Hi everyone, welcome to our next CaGIS journal article video. I'm Dr. Nick Bearman, Cartographic Editor. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Valentino Meo here. Valentin is a research scientist at Laval University in Quebec. And when he did this work, he was working for the CRDIG, the Geospatial Data and Intelligence Research Centre. Great to have you here. Let's kick off. What is a deepfake?
Good question. A deepfake is a synthetic or manipulated media content with a deep learning method, and geographic because it's the subject of the deepfake.
Okay. And so what we've seen kind of lots of examples of deepfake photos and so on. So why is it a problem for society? What do we need to do about it?
Ouais, ouais,
About it?
ouais. It matter a lot because it's damage the public opinion. And actually, we have some case of manipulated imagery, of satellite imagery, for propaganda, specifically in the case of Russia MH17 flight, where they manipulate imagery for accuse Ukraine of shooting down the plane. So it's dangerous because it have an impact on public opinion in Russia. Uh, and more generally, deepfake has also an impact on political election, like in Slovakia, Romania, and even in US with some Trump deepfake.
So there's lots out there, and it's great to see a few examples. So what is deepfake geography? How does that relate to GIS and geography?
It's related because it's the subject of the deepfake. It's on geographical content. So in my work, I use satellite imagery, deepfake.
Okay, yeah, and you've got some really interesting examples in your paper about how we go about making fake satellite imagery. So could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, it's very easy actually. It's I simply use classical deepfake architecture, but training specifically to satellite imagery. So training with satellite imagery dataset.
Cool. And can you talk us through a couple of examples of that?
Yes, so I use, for example, I create a dataset of uh, Quebec City aerial imagery. I specifically sort only the imageries with building, and it make around 200,000 imagery, which I use to train a deepfake model to hide a specific part of the imagery.
Great stuff. So now we know we can create these fake satellite images. How can we tell what is fake and how can we tell what is real?
Ouais. That's a good question because actually our studies show that the result can be invisible to human eyes. So we have to use a automatic tool to detect the fake. So I train a segmentation model, original segmentation model, to detect the deepfake area.
Great stuff. And how successful was that in your testing?
Very good, very good. Actually, we was able to identify every fake it part with a very good score. But also by training adversarial attack on the deepfake, we was able to still identify the fake area, which proved that the model is robust to manipulation.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah. And I guess, looking forward, there's going to be a kind of almost like an arms race between the generation of fake imagery and the detection. So what are the kind of next steps for your study and for your work?
Yes. The next step is to make a more complete dataset of deepfake because we cannot train a model to detect deepfake without any deepfake. So in my study, I only use one model to generate, I mean, just limited number of model to generate fake images. So we need to use more of that. And like you say, it's an arm race. So uh, constantly be challenged by new detection method and new creation method. So, mm.
Great. Well, thanks a lot, Valentine. It's great to have you here. Do check out the paper online. The links are below the video, so please check them out. And please also subscribe to see more of our videos.